Hi everyone, it's Rachel back with the Shades of Orange. Today I'm here to do a spoiler-free review of one of my most anticipated releases, and that is The Dead Girls Club by Damien Angelica Walters. This is the book that I received from the publishers Crooked Lane Books. This is a horror thriller that follows a group of girls that call themselves, as you can probably guess, the Dead Girls Club. And that is because they love everything dark and creepy. However, their group and friendship falls apart when one of the members, Becca, dies. This story is told from the perspective of her best friend Heather, and it's told over two different timelines, one being the present day, which takes place years later when she is an adult, as well as flashbacks to their childhood leading up to the events that caused Becca's death. Now, this is not a spoiler because you find out on the back of the book what I'm going to tell you, but at the beginning of the story, Heather receives a necklace that belongs to Becca, and with that, she begins to worry that someone knows her secret. And she tells the reader that she is responsible for her best friend's death, that she killed Becca. I'm going to leave the synopsis there and let you find out for yourself what she means by that. This is a kind of thriller that will definitely appeal to people who enjoy horror. I would say it's first and foremost is a thriller book, but it definitely has those threads that I love so much. At its core is a coming-of-age narrative, which is something that's really common in horror, but I like that this one is female-centric. And as I mentioned, this story is told over two different timelines, and I personally was most attached to the flashbacks to their childhood, and that's because I loved Walter's representation of female friendship. I really think she captured it so well, and I saw so much of my own childhood in there. She just described the intensity of best friendship so incredibly vividly, and I really think that she just hit that out of the park. So if that is something that you enjoy reading about as well, then this is definitely one that you'll enjoy. And I do think that this book will appeal to people who enjoyed My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, because that book also had a really strong focus on female friendship, which is definitely a huge thread in this one. Because it is a female-centered book, I do think this will appeal most to readers that are of the female orientation themselves, but certainly I think this book can appeal widely to anyone. I just think female readers will enjoy this book a little more. And because this is a thriller, I have to talk about the twists and turns, but of course in a spoiler-free way, because so many people go into these books looking to be shocked, and I will say that this book is not as dependent on its twist as in other thrillers. It's not the kind of book that is going to turn itself on its head and become something totally different. Instead, you as the reader know that Becca is dead. You know that Heather in some ways is responsible for that, and this book is more recounting what happened. So if you're someone who just enjoys watching a situation unfold, getting to see what is going to happen, and following along in that suspenseful way, then this is the kind of thriller that you'll enjoy. I have previously read this author, and honestly, she is quickly becoming a favorite of mine. I read her short story collection, Cry Your Way Home, a few months back and absolutely loved it. This one is like that, very focused on female narratives, and I just think she's a really strong writer and a really good storyteller. And I'm definitely curious to see what else she puts out next. If I had one complaint about this book, it's a very personal one, and that's the fact that I wish this was a straight out horror book, because that is my reading preference. It's more of a thriller than I normally read. I just don't read as many thrillers as I used to anymore. But if you are a thriller reader, this one I think could be a knockout. I think that it is one of the best thrillers I've read in quite a long time, and I'm definitely excited to see what this author puts out next, because again, she is one to watch in my opinion. So that is it for everything in this video. I would love to hear your comments down below. Have I enticed you to check out this book? Or let me know if you've already read it. What are your opinions, as long as you keep them spoiler free? Otherwise, please consider commenting, and subscribing, and hit that little notification bell so you find out when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.